morning, delivery fam, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with UDM on the Life of a Gig Worker podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the dangers of gig work. In this episode, I'm going to be playing a video of a Walmart Spark delivery driver and something that happened to them, in case you don't know. Also, I'm going to be talking about an Uber Eats driver that just recently got shot. And then some of you may have heard of this, but in case you didn't, this dasher was over here throwing around some racial slurs. We'll be watching this video in a minute. But first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to watch this video. And it's coming from KMOV St. Louis. It says, viral video shows Belleville man not scanning items at Walmart. And someone is recording him. All right. So let's watch this video.
Social media, it can be a wonderful place to connect with people, learn and see new things, but also it can be a nightmare. A Belleville man is finding that out firsthand. A viral video shows what looks like him stealing from Walmart, but he says he was just doing his legal job. Our John Kipper spoke with the man in the video today in a story you'll only see on 4.
This man is literally just stealing everything.
A video of what looks like blatant theft at a Belleville Walmart.
So open about it. Look at the screen. Ain't nothing ringing up.
Making its way across the world through social media. But the man in the video says it's not what it looks like.
I'm not a thief. I'm being pictured and painted as a thief all over the internet.
Bill Astol is the man in the video, sporting the same Battlehawk shirt that he wore on Mother's Day, the day he says it was taken. He works for Spark, Walmart's delivery service. While shopping, he scans the items from his phone.
Everything is done off the phone. So when we get to the register, we're not actually scanning a single item.
He says when they get to the register, they just need to scan their phone into self-checkout and then bag the items. And yet, when he did that last month, he was unknowingly being filmed.
Millions and millions of views.
The video is on every major social media platform, from TikTok to Instagram to YouTube and over to Twitter X, which says it's been viewed nearly 16 million times on that platform alone.
Now, if you just look at this for a second, it's on all of these platforms. And this man that's doing his Walmart Spark job is now being painted as a thief because the person that recorded him, that was their perception. That's how they perceive the entire situation, because they don't even know what it's like being a gig worker doing Walmart Spark. Like they said in like the news reporter stated, when they go and pick the items, they're scanning them on their phone. So I can only imagine this guy is only going to the register so he can get the bags and bag the items and then go along his merry way to deliver the order that the customer placed. Now, in this case, I'm glad that he actually just came out and he spoke on it, because if he did not try to cover his or protect himself, let's finish watching the video, because I'm pretty sure I'm rambling right now and y'all are probably like, man, shut up, watch the video, or play the video.
The people calling him a thief online, even reaching out to the Battlehawk saying, please control your fans, and others saying, CAW isn't the law for him.
I've had customers say, hey, didn't I see you on the internet, and were you stealing items? And then I have to explain to people what I'm doing.
Astol even has receipts that show he was working in Walmart that day, and he's now trying to clear his name and get his life back to normal.
Ideally trying to find a way to get them pulled down.
He also says there was one item he did pay for that day. These flowers he was buying for his wife for Mother's Day, but the video ended before that purchase.
Had they continued the video for another 30 seconds, they would have seen when I got done with the Spark delivery order, I scanned 24 roses and used...
Now, it's sad. Obviously it is, right? Now this man is painted as a thief all across social media. But at the end of the day, it's like, at least he's out there trying to clear his name, and some people will just go in hiding. Now, the danger here is, let's say this man is out in public and some of the viewers or some of the people that watched his video, the viral video, let's just say that they didn't get a chance to watch that news broadcast of him trying to defend himself. when they see him out in public, it could cause some tension. Them calling him a thief, and he saying, "Nah, no, I didn't steal anything." And then next thing you know, sometimes the citizens, what I've noticed is, depending on location, citizens can feel like, they're above the law, and then they feel like they got to do something about whatever law that they saw you breaking, right? And obviously this is all over the news, or all over social media, I should say. And I just hope that, it doesn't get real dangerous for them. But let's go on to the next thing. Fox 26 Houston. Uber Eats driver shot in potential robbery while family waits in car. Houston police investigates. This right here really got me on edge, because I know a lot of people, a lot of drivers, they go out there and they're trying to work, and and sometimes they got to do what they got to do. They got to bring their family along, and in this case, this driver ended up getting shot. But let's read this article really quick. An Uber Eats delivery driver was shot late Friday night in what authorities believe may have been an attempted robbery or carjacking, Houston police said. The incident occurred around 10 p.m. at 16200 Imperial Valley Drive, according to the Houston Police Department, or HPD. The victim, a Hispanic male in his mid-30s, was returning to his car where his wife and child were waiting when confronted by an unidentified assailant. The assailant shot the man in the chest before fleeing the scene. So sad. Despite his injury, the Uber Eats driver managed to get back to his car and drive down the street before officers arrived. First responders applied a chest seal to the wound, and the victim was quickly transported to a local hospital. He is now reported to be in stable condition, which is a plus, right? The man's family in the car was unharmed, which is another plus, right? During the incident. Can you imagine? You just trying to go out there to make your money, and somebody just run up on you and just blow, The HPD is investigating the shooting as a possible robbery or carjacking attempt and is currently searching for the suspect. If anyone has any information about this crime, they are encouraged to come forward to assist the police with their investigation. Now, the very next thing we're going to do is we're going to watch this video of this dasher throwing around some racial slurs. And I'm still trying to figure out why. How did it lead up to that? Right? Let's go into it. Let's just watch it real quick.
Here's your food.
Now, this video was released and it got 3.3 million views however long ago. It's been some weeks now. This customer is the one that posted this video, then posted that they reached out to DoorDash, and DoorDash deactivated the driver. Then that video, they had to repost it. This one, the sound was off because I guess the word that was being used, so TikTok ended up taking the sound away. That last one that has 7.8 thousand views is the new one that they bleeped out the word as the driver was saying it. Now, these situations get dangerous. And in this case here, I'm going to read some of the comments underneath that video. JMJ says, you should send to other delivery apps to ensure he can't work with them either. Even if he doesn't now, I guess they can be on the lookout. A. Wilburn says, what's scary is he knows where you live. It's 2024 and people are still like this? Yes. It gets crazy. All right. Sarah says, I would definitely get it on record with police in case anything else comes up. The dangers of gig work, y'all. The dangers of gig work. Wow. And then here's the final comment that I decided to screenshot here, because I could see as a driver, we may think like this. But at the same time, Let's just read it. I need context. Why was he mad? Did you not tip? Why on earth would he call you that randomly? The customer says, I literally pre-tipped $8 on a $28 order. Go away, idiot. Now, there was some more comments like, why do you need additional context? What he said was just wrong on so many levels. And I can wholeheartedly agree with that. It's like, yeah, you may need some additional context on why he was upset, but using a racial slur because he's in his feelings about something is kind of like, yeah, that ain't cool, man. You know what I'm saying? That just ain't cool. But if you were upset and then you were saying some things that were not really racial slurs, then maybe you would be heard, right? But in this case here, many drivers would probably be asking the question, well, they probably didn't tip. And now you have a customer saying, I pre-tipped $8. Now, what could have been the reason why this driver or this dasher was upset? Did they have a poor experience before and they came back to the same house? Maybe the customer does not know the dasher because it's a leave at door situation like that video showed. But maybe the dasher remembers the house and remember the previous experience and holding a grudge. Whatever it is, fam, it can get dangerous out here. So let's look at it. A Walmart Spark driver trying to defend his name, his image, his character, everything. Even though someone else had the wrong perception of what it is that he was doing. An Uber Eats driver gets shot when they're just minding their business trying to make money for their family. And the family went on for a ride along. Luckily, he's in stable condition. And then a dasher out here throwing around racial slurs. And the customer, along with other people in the comments, are feeling like, man, be careful. File a police report. You never know. He might come back because of whatever. It gets dangerous out here, y'all. It gets real dangerous. And these are not the end. This is not the end. This is the dangers of gig work. The dangers of gig work. You just never know what's going to happen, where it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. You just never know. You could be the victim or you could be next to the person that may become the victim, or you just never know. But what I am going to do is I'm going to release as many of these as I can find when I find them. So with that said, if you enjoyed it, make sure you squeeze the life out of the blast that like button, and I will see you in the next episode. Deuces. Oh yeah. What time it is, D-Fam? It's time to what? Go get your money.